Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Things are not good as William Ruto and his allies, they are now coming out doubting the NYANZA support. The way I have always opined in this channel, that remember the presidency of William Samoei Ruto was massively accelerated with the support of Mount Kenya region. Come 2027, Mount Kenya region wako na reason why wanaenda election. NYANZA come 2027 hawatakuwa na reason ya kuenda kwa election. We have always been having reason why we are going to election, we as NYANZA. And the reason is we go to elect Raila Amolo Odinga as the president. Just imagine the betrayal yenye iko Mount Kenya, and now we are being told that we should support William Ruto from NYANZA. If Raila Odinga alisimama for presidency na kura 800,000 ililala ikupigwa, just imagine if Raila Odinga is not going to be on the ballot. And then with the betrayal in Mount Kenya region wameona, just imagine how they will come out umera from one person to the last. They will vote. On the same note, William Ruto must be warned that as per what we are seeing, even those who are in the cabinet like John Mbadi, they're coming out to say Raila Amolo Odinga is not in the government. But something that is confusing Raila Odinga supporters, akina John Mbadi, they are also supporting Raila that they're not in the government, that Raila is not in the government, but most of the time he's in the government with his close allies. I want you to listen to John Mbadi. But before we listen to him, as you always do, please ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like.
Raila Odinga is not in government, but he has brought people to government. And one of those people is me. And I'm running or helping the president and the cabinet to run a very sensitive ministry, which would help shape the future destiny of the country, including the stability of our economy. Who is supporting the president and the cabinet in doing that? The cabinet secretary, who has been brought here by ODM. And therefore ODM has a big stake in this government. You cannot run away from it. And I have to make sure that first, I don't disappoint Kenyans. Two, I don't disappoint the appointing authority, who is President William Ruto. Three, I don't disappoint my party, which proposed my name to the president to appoint me to help him run the economy of this country. So my only understanding and hope is that everybody in this space, including ODM, right from the top leadership, must be alive to that fact and should be aligned. And I know my party leader, Raila Odinga, is aligned and is alive to the fact that it is the person he brought to government who is in charge, or who should help the president in making sure that this economy is managed properly.
The way you've listened to John Mbadi, remember mwanzoni Edwin Sifuna alisema vizuri, akasema na akasisitiza, it will be foolish for ODM not to have a candidate come 2027 and their candidate to be on the ballot. Itakuwa a foolish thing for them not to have a candidate.
It would be very foolish for ODM not to field a presidential candidate. It would be extremely foolish. If you look at the math, President Ruto was declared president by a margin of 200,000 votes. All Raila needs to do, all ODM needs to do is to keep all its constituencies. We have not lost any of our constituencies.
Okay.
He has lost almost half of his constituency in Mount Kenya.
Okay.
How do you then support somebody? How do you help somebody when you can help yourself? That is something that does not make any sense.
What does Edwin Sifuna mean? It means that if they are not going to have a candidate come 2027, whatever will remain is that ODM party together with Raila Odinga and his political bases are going to be weakened. So the way Raila Odinga amekuwa kwa ballot na amekuwa so powerful, itaanza kurudi chini because majority of Kenyans who have been supporting Raila Odinga wataanza to lose that interest of supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. On the same note, let me tell you, I've seen some individuals saying that if Matiang'i is going to vie, that Luos will not vote for Matiang'i. Are you getting that? But have you asked yourself, is Luos going to vote for William Ruto? Kuanzia mtu wa kwanza mpaka mwisho? Hakuna. Haitakuwa hivyo. So even when you look at what Akina Kaliba Misi said, that the tactic and trick that ODM is trying to deploy on William Ruto is that Raila Odinga is a man happy standing beside William Ruto, knowing that William Ruto is a one-term president and is going to accelerate it by force, by fire. So even Akina Kaliba Misi said that they had a mission of removing Rigathi and William Ruto at the same time. But they had a chance of removing Rigathi Gachagua. So the man who is remaining standing is William Samoei Ruto.
Mimi niliuliza baba, sasa tunaenda kufanya vita za wengine. Sisi tulikuwa nataka hao wote waende nyumbani. Wewe unatutuma kuenda kuingilia kwa vita za wengine. Baba akasema kama mlikuwa mnataka wote waende nyumbani na mmoja ndio huyu amejitokeza, simfukuza huyu kwanza rais. Alafu tuandamane na huyu mwingine. Kwa sababu wakiwa pamoja sio rahisi kuwapeleka, si ndio? Sasa tumetafuta mmoja tumepeleka. Huyu mwingine achunge bwana. Amebaki bila nguo, kila kitu. Achunge sana. Sasa hiyo ndio.
What does it mean? Then the support that William Ruto is busy searching from NYANZA is not genuine. Angekuwa akuwe na Mount Kenya region wamsupport because already look at William Ruto's political basis. Amezilose. Na kama ajazilose imerudi chini. Look at Mount Kenya region. Is gone. Is gone. Look at how William Ruto alikuwa anatusupport pale Western, imerudi chini. Kila upande William Ruto amelose easy votes. So one thing that I can tell you fellow Kenyans, that the calculation that William Ruto had to go for Raila Odinga and is losing his political basis is going to cost him politically as we approach 2027. Because it's the same man who told us that he was not going to accept any Mukatinusu government. Today he is in the government of Mukatinusu. He said he was not going to accept handshake. He's the man who is in handshake. He told us that he was not going to interfere with the opposition. Actually, he has interfered with the opposition. He told us he was not going to interfere, or rather, he was not going to accept again the dynasties. The same dynasties, alipiga vita ndio wanamuokoa. So William Ruto is a king who is naked. A king who is naked. And I can tell you for a fact. Look at how the politics of 2022 was. Now compare with the politics of 2027 vile inaendelea. You will understand that things are not good for William Ruto totally. Because you cannot tell me William Ruto amekubali kulusu Mount Kenya region, anaenda for NYANZA. Na NYANZA anytime inaenda walk out. Anytime from now. Anytime from now. And even if he is going to be supported, not majority of Luos are going to support William Ruto. Are you getting that? Because already you can see some Luos are now retracting. They're coming saying, are we making a good decision? Because the man is planning to go down with us. Anapanga kufail na sisi. So aambiwe mapema ile calculation alifanya kukuja na kuanza kuhumiliate Mount Kenya region. Na hao ndo walijaribu kuaccelerate, si hata kujaribu, wali accelerate the presidency of William Ruto. Without the votes on Mount Kenya region, William Ruto angekuwa president. Take it to the nearest bank. Why? Because when look at votes, William Ruto alipata, majority of them are Kikuyus. And that is why most of the time we'll speak about mountain. Hao ndo wali accelerate the presidency of William Ruto. Na hao ndo wamesema, we are not going to be part of William Ruto. Then what do you expect? William Ruto is going for Nyanza that will not be having any reason to go to vote 2027. Leaving those from Mount Kenya region who will be having a reason of making William Ruto one term. And it will be so massive that even rigging election, itakuwa so hard. So William Ruto ambiwe mapema, Nyanza is a region that you cannot trust. Trust at your own risk. And I'm coming from Nyanza and I can tell you without any fear of contradiction. William Ruto's calculation imemunda na itaambulia patupu very soon. And that is why I can say and I can confirm William Ruto is going nowhere. Nowhere. Why? Because the gamble he is trying to have is gambling day in, day out to ensure that he's going to sweet talk Kenyans. But Kenyans, wajinga waliisha. Na William Ruto mwenyewe alisema, wajinga wameisha. So hakuna vile utaniconvince, as the way I'm seeing some individuals telling us, that so, Luos are going to make William Ruto to be re-elected. Musahau you. Musahau. We have votes, yes. But kama mtu yetu hatasimama, ama mtu mwenye tutakuwa nayo, ile, for example, vile Raila amekuanga akisimama. You want to tell me, kama Raila amekuwa akisimama na Raila ni mtu yao, na votes zilikuwa zinalala kama 800, what about if Raila Odinga is going to support William Ruto is not going to vie? Or anyone from Nyanza, or anyone wenye Nyanza watasema pana, huyu jamaa ana stand for our interest. You want to tell me William Ruto anaenda kupata majority? Haya, mtu ambulia patupu. Watch the space. Because for now, if Matiang'i will vie and he will be presidential candidate, utapata watu wa Nyanza wengine watapigia Matiang'i. Na kama Matiang'i hata vai na atakuwa nyuma ya Kalonzo, utapata Nyanza wengine wakipigia Kalonzo. Because the history we are having with Kalonzo, he stood with Raila Amolo Odinga. And that is a fact. So things, in fact, mwenye ako pabaya ni William Ruto. Leave alone hata opposition. They have nothing to lose. But William Ruto has something to lose. As an incumbent, he must lose. Why? Because his calculation ikuingiana vizuri. Na bado haingiani. Na anazidi kumake mistake day in, day out. What do you think, Kenyans? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Till we meet in another video.